Hey guys, we're back with some more of the letter we last left off. Hannah was like, "Oh, there's a ghost." That's just like, wait, no, the ghosts don't exist. Of course, that's just silly. This isn't a horror story; it's a mystery. Ghosts don't exist. Say it in red. That's an Umineko reference, you see? And yeah, finished Miyakashi Hen yesterday. That's Higurashi. That's the last currently like translated one on Steam. Apparently, Manga Gamer translated them back in like 2009. I didn't know that. But yeah. So I was like, what do I do now? This photo shoot went by in a breeze. Higurashi's really good. Like I only watched the anime before, but the visual novels are a lot better than the anime. I recommend them. Given you're watching this, although I mean, I guess this is like a horror, while Higurashi's more of like a psychological. But you know, somewhere along the way, as we talk and laugh, I find myself getting a bit too close without realizing. He'll give me this strange look until I back off, and I'll go back to asking questions after I agreed to do his little interview. It's just odd. Well, no. Me being friendly isn't that odd. That's how I am. Zachary's the one that's being odd. Why, anyone else would absolutely welcome the extra attention I give them. He, on the other hand, looks almost flustered about it. He should be used to different personalities by now, having to deal with various people when he works. And if not, he needs to start. Oh yeah, maybe it's because there's a ghost right behind you. Perhaps nobody has shown him attention of this kind. He's a big boy. He should be able to handle me. All it is a friendly touch here, pretty smile there, a gentle swaying of the hips as they move around. Zachary grew more and more red every time he noticed. I'm being mean as I find enjoyment in seeing him unravel. You have a husband, perhaps. This went on during the interview and beyond that. There's nothing wrong with what we're doing, right? Zachary and I are just having a playful, friendly chat while enjoying the outside view. At least, that's how I see it.
I'm sorry, but I'm really getting distracted. Could you maybe stop doing that?
Stop? I'm not sure if I want to. You gotta stop. You gotta stop. Come on, let's just... Where are we? Okay, we're right here.
I'll stop if it makes you uncomfortable, sweetie.
Okay, I went up.
Sorry.
No, I should be the one apologizing. Why, you're a shy one, aren't you, big guy?
It's not that, but...
He gestures to the ring on my finger. It's the fact of the matter hang heavily between us. Being told implicitly that I'm too forward is not a common occurrence. I think I'm more stunned at the fact that he pointed it out, rather than, well, being rejected. Not that anything is going to happen between us in the first place. It's just going to be some harmless flirting, right?
So, you've never had a girlfriend?
No boyfriend either. You know, just in case you were gonna ask for that one next.
And you haven't even had your first kiss?
Not a one, ma'am.
Do you want to have your first kiss today?
Can't help it. Look, I just chose stop it. Really, really can. I'm going to apologize lots later. Surely, by the catty smile on my face, it was obvious that I'm just pulling his leg. The laugh I failed to contain certainly gives it away, but it still isn't obvious. But still, he lights up in embarrassment, stammering and sputtering objections.
You're married, and this will be extremely unprofessional.
I never said I would kiss you, silly. Oh, Johans!
No, what? No, don't call your butler. She's Hana.
That would be for the better. I don't think his husband would appreciate it if I made him kiss another man. I do not think he can hear us from here either. But it is hard to think you're not taken, Zachary. Why, whoever becomes your girlfriend will be so lucky to have you. You can cook and take wonderful photographs, wonderful meals, and wonderful memories.
I can play guitar too.
You can? Oh my. Wonderful serenades as well then. Perhaps I can find a young lady who deserves a fine, strapping young gentleman like yourself.
Let's not get carried away. Besides, I gotta be going. It's getting late and I got someplace else to be.
Yeah, he's gotta go find out that one of his friends just died.
A shame. I will be expecting you again soon, I hope. For a copy of my photographs, yes?
Of course. I'll even deliver them personally. Just, you know, don't try to make me kiss your butler when I drop by.
Well, that's standard. Say it would have it. The very moment the words leave his mouth. Look, that's a J. You're not going to convince me otherwise. Joe Hans comes out of the house. Judging by the slight raise of his brows, he was only hearing the tail end of the sentence.
There shall be no kissing of any butlers under this roof. Danke.
But you are not under a roof, are you, Hansi?
To my amusement, he takes a step back, safely placing him within the threshold of the foyer and under the roof of the house. And just as ever, he's quick to return the sardonic reply.
I am now. As I was saying, madam, it's about time for supper. Will I be needing to set an extra place at the table?
Oh, what? No, I was just leaving, actually. So, you have a good night, Hana, and you too, Pansy.
It was nice to meet you, Zach, honey. You have a safe trip.
He nods, and the grin on his face, just say our goodbyes. It's the sweetest that I've ever seen. Linger, looking out for him with his relatively tiny bicycle, backpack safely secured in the basket by the front, and suitcase hooked to the back. Now, I don't really want to say I like Zachary yet, because the reason I like him is because everyone else is a, well, either crazy, insane, just rude, you know? I watch as we went down the path back to Ainsland Village. There was nothing more than a blip in the horizon. Cannot help the small smile on my face as I go inside for supper. Journal. Oh boy, nighttime. And I met Zachary Steele, a freelance photographer from Luxury Living, an interior design magazine. Zachary was asked to interview Hannah to take pictures of the mansion with new owners. What should have been a professional meeting ended up being friendly and perhaps too personal. And we're about a branch, with a chance at a bad end. Entering the dining hall causes me so much confusion. It's dark. For a moment, I thought the electric work is done at the bar. But that clearly is not the case, as every other room is bright with artificial light. Finding the light switch is a monumental task, considering the size and my unfamiliarity with the room. To make matters worse, the darkness grants the room a different atmosphere, eerie and frightening. It takes longer than I thought to find the switch, something that will have to be rectified later on. My skin starts to prickle, and there's a distinct feeling of being watched. It unsettles me, only spares me on in my search. And when I do find the lights, there's a hiss.
I'll turn the lights down, woman!
That's an oddly green drink. Like, is he just drinking, like... Oh, he saw, like, a bottle with, like, a mouse's head and, like, an X through it. He's like, oh, hey, that looks like it'll be good. And then at the end of the hall is my beloved husband with his face in one hand. And a glass on the other. No, I think his hand is on his, like, hip. Not... Perhaps I can let it go if it's only one glass of wine. However, I can feel myself go livid after seeing the toxic green liquid gleam mockingly at me. Yes, see, that's gotta be poison!
Luke, what? Are you drinking absinthe? You
Oh,
know
that's how
what the
that's
doctor
pronounced.
said. Absinthe, Luke.
Absinthe. Okay.
Are you actively trying to kill yourself? Because if you are, we can just hit you with a bloody car!
Honeybee, Buttercup, not too loud, please.
Luke is just Kidzo. He's a young Kidzo.
Besides, it's Lelouch, not too strong. Just hair of the dog that bit me. Helps with the hangover, dearest.
You drank? When?
This morning, love. Don't be mad. I just needed a few drinks, having to deal with those simpletons. And maybe I had one too much.
Oh, wow. I'll be back. Give me like 2 minutes. Hey guys, sorry about that. Right. It's been 2 minutes, just like I said. Hey, how long has it been? It's been like 40 minutes now. Okay.
This morning, love. Don't be mad. I just needed a few drinks, having to deal with those simpletons. And maybe I had one too much.
Hey, classic, you know, Kidzo's an alcoholic.
You don't see me whinging about you leaving me to handle them on my own.
I had to attend the photo shoot and interview with Luxury Living. You know that. Let's not make this about me, Luke. This is about you and your drinking problem and...
Oh, I don't know, Hana, darling. What if my drinking problem, as you like to call it, is linked to you?
Wow, that's a low blow, Luke.
If we think about it that way, this discussion is about you. That was pretty mean of you, leaving me alone to do all the work like that. You can't use the interview as an excuse either, honey. I was informed the moment your little interview was done. So, what was it then, What were you doing?
What's it gonna be? Should I tell the truth? Well, okay, look. So we gotta be in characters here. We're not HorseyEatYou, we're Hannah right now. And she said there's nothing wrong with the time she spent with Zachary. So she's not gonna lie about
I
it.
was talking with Zachary, the photographer for Luxury Living.
If she feels that she did nothing wrong, then we gotta stand by that. No reason to tell lies. It's not like I'm guilty of anything. And our relationship with Luke went down. But as his expression turns, it makes me feel like I'm actually to blame for something. He has a way of making me laid bare with just a look. That had really stuck on me when we first met years ago.
That giant Negro?
Well, hold on!
You were having a secret meeting behind my back and it was with him?
What are you implying?
I'm implying nothing. I'm just worried. You know better than to trust those media types, Buttercup. He must have been really friendly to occupy your time like that, but all he's looking for is his next big headline.
He's a photographer for an interior design magazine.
Doesn't matter. You let one little thing slip, one wrong move, and it'll blow up in the telly in the morning. He'll go to his journalist friends to gossip and make a quick quid.
A quid? I think you mean a quick buck? Oh, who is this quid? This is ridiculous. So that's the first thing I noticed about him. They're like nature. The grass and the trees. Wonderful and breathtaking. Oh, right. Now that we made that decision, we're about to face... I mean, it's nighttime at the mansion. Come on now. We're going to... Something's going to happen. Now as I look at him, they're nothing but the same shade of green as the bloody dang drink in his hand.
He was a perfect gentleman, Luke. I can't say the same for you as of recent.
Excuse me again? We're talking about you, Hannah.
No. I am pretty sure we were talking about you and your drinking problem, Luke, right?
Hangover forgotten during the course of this little spat. Man jumps to his feet and seethes. Looks like he's barely stopping himself from throwing the nearest thing he can find.
Oh, it is not a problem. I can stop whenever I want.
That's exactly what people with drinking problems say.
And even if it was, I think you can very well stay out of it, as it only affects my own kidneys or liver or whatever the bloody hell that shite pollutes.
That's exactly what I say, the last line. Whenever I spend money on Grand Order. Like, oh yeah, I can stop spending money anytime I want. I don't need to pay for courts. And then I pay for courts the next gacha that happens. I used to be free to play. But then I was broken. And then, you know, it's sunk cost fallacy, you know?
Whatever aftermath that occurs because of your little chit-chat with the Negro affects the both of us, however.
Look, Luke. Nothing will happen. You have to relax. It was just a friendly chat.
Well, now I think I'm getting jealous. Or I would be if it weren't for this damn headache.
Maybe you should drink more.
Maybe.
Well, look, don't fuel his drinking problem. Supper is spent in silence with nothing but the occasional sound of silverware. Grand feast had been served. Well, grander than usual anyway. Most likely due to Luke's complaint of stress. Not doing it, asshole. Not reading this. Nope. Nope. When our appetites are appeased and the plates are cleared away, Luke stands, kisses me goodnight, and leaves me to stare at my half-empty cup. Lonely in the lull of night, I sit, in a house too big and too empty, foreign and unwelcoming. Even with its warm tone and homely decor, it feels cold. There's no need for tears, however. No one can get through this like every other obstacle I have faced before. This is a minor setback in what I hope will be a long and happy life. To remind myself that this place is for Luke and for our future children fills me with a renewed vigor. Vigor? Is it? I think it's vigor. Yeah, that. It's only the British version that spells it with a O-U, right? And what's the sound in the background?
Vigor.
Yeah, vigor. Do you guys hear that? The welling is far away and muffled. Oh, looks like someone's having a cry already. But at the same time, it shakes me to my very core as I hear it. Let me just turn the volume a bit down so I can hear. I mean, turn it a bit up so I can hear the cry. As if the suffering is just standing right behind me. Is it behind or beside? Beside me. Hearing it sends a chill down my spine and makes my skin prickle with goosebumps. Who is that? Yeah, let's just go check this out. This can't go horribly wrong. 26th. During supper, I found Luke drinking absinthe. Right. This caused an argument. While Hannah was angry by her husband's drinking problem, Luke was suspicious of his wife's activity, and would not seen her the whole afternoon despite finishing Luxury Living's interview early. Then there's this crying woman who killed Hannah. No, that's not until... Well, if we mess up, we could die, but... Curiosity sinks in as they follow the sorrowful sound into the kitchen. And into the... This is a good idea. With the wine cellar.
Hello? Is anybody down there?
Curious and concerned, but there's no way I'm going down into the dark and human under thank you. Not as enthusiastic as Luke, considering himself quite the connoisseur. However, I also cannot bring myself to go into bed with this racket going on. If someone in the household help, they surely need some talking. After all, this wouldn't be the first time I've gone and found one of the maids sobbing their eyes out over one thing or another. As professional as their staff are, they're still human. More often than not, it was either Johans or I who calmed them down, to help them figure out how to go on about things. Fortunately, not in high spirits right now, so I'm not as wholly benevolent. I'm not going. No. Knock 3 times. And that's the... Okay. Look, this is the smart... Wait, maybe doing this would be a good thing, though. We gain experience. Should I reload? Yeah, we're doing it. Okay. May not be going down, but there's no point in talking through closed doors. I gotta be ready to quick time event. Hey, should I just put it on skip since... Yeah, let's go ahead. Skip QTE. Or hatches in this case. The thing refuses to budge at first until there's a soft click. It easily swings free. And the ghost was held back only by this closed cellar door. Unleashing the curse on everyone. Ooh. So I lift up the hatch and look down into the cellar. A sense of uneasiness washes over me. Come on. It isn't just the sense of sudden onset of vertigo and nausea, but also the darkness. It's suffocating. And as I look down, it feels as if it's looking back at me. I worry that something will suddenly pull me into the deep. I can hear her whispering, "Help me." Calling for help. She wants me, needs me. She wants me to drown me, pull me down, and suffocate me in her embrace until I sink to the bottom. Deep abyss waits, fighting, yet foreboding. Let's go ahead and click this. She's calling to me from in there, isn't she? I do want to help, I do. But the shadows starting to creep out, and a feeling of apprehension keeps me in place. Already, it paints the room in a darker light. Oh yeah, this is normal. Medusa just used her normal phantasm. Blood Fordham. That's it. There's a lurching sensation, and a feeling that follows after is hard to explain. Feels like I'm watching myself from the sidelines, spectators of my actions, or lack thereof. Well, I will myself to step out of this detached feeling, to move, to do anything except stare at myself. And for a moment, see the look of fear on my own face. I'm back in my body, but the hook in my stomach's no longer the only one. There are hooks everywhere, tearing and pulling at my skin, flesh and bones. They pull at me in every direction. It hurts. It hurts so much. I can't just bring myself to scream out.
Help me.
No, that's what she says. You don't get this, Hannah. She says help me, you say, okay, I'll help you, and then she kills you. Because she doesn't actually want help. She just wants to complain about her problems, but doesn't want anything done about them. I wake from a deep slumber. I skipped the quick time event. Takes a while, with the fog that has settled in my head and with my heavy limbs. Did I skip a scene? Oh, okay, I have to get a fly. I'm in our bedroom already, though I do not recall going here. Okay. Luke slumbers beside me, looking peaceful and angelic. Doesn't matter. I'm safe. I feel better than ever. Tomorrow, better days will come. October 28th, Friday. So, we didn't get this. Curious about this. There are 2 back here, too. I wonder if all 3 of these are related, or if they're 3 separate flags. Luke is already gone by the time I rise. There isn't a single hide nor hair of him to be found. Trying to call him on his mobile is a bust. It only goes straight to his voicemail. It's twice in a row he's gone out on me. For him to disappear today of all days is every bit upsetting because of what's to come. The morning is once again filled with a whirlwind of activity. Fortunately, I'm much more refreshed as I took a break from my responsibilities. Let's just pretend the ghost didn't exist. Can't hurt you if you don't acknowledge it. However, the fate is clear where Luke was yesterday. Today's going to be a busy day, although unlike Wednesday, the master of the house isn't here right now, absent once again from his duties. Hopefully he'll be back in time for the party. This is our house after all. Grand housewarming party for the wonderful Wright Mansion. Every person of importance from Luxborn is invited. There'll be a few guests flying in as well. Of course, there'll be some people from the media along with friends and acquaintances who are made no less important, regardless of their status in society. Mary Ann and I discussed business and last-minute touches to the house before finalizing everything. Tell me Mary Ann isn't the ghost. Not that there is much change from our original plans. Barring any huge additions to the property itself, the mansion is nearly 100% complete. I get it now! You see, Mary Ann wants to own the house. Because remember, she was like, oh yeah, we already own the house, ha ha ha. To Isabella in the beginning because she thought she owned the house. Because she's the interior designer because she owns it. You see? But actually, she doesn't legally own it.
You have certainly exceeded expectations, Marianne.
Ghosts don't care about legal
Everything looks
contracts,
so
though.
marvelous, and in such a short time, too.
Well, I can't take all of the credit. People have certainly been enthusiastic about the idea of working on the Wright mansion. There won't be any more problems unless Mr. Wright has any more objections about the second bedroom.
Luke and I had a small tiff about making this second bedroom into a child's playroom, which I insisted is completely practical. In the end, he had to acquiesce. I didn't give him any choice in the matter. Abby brought this wonderful wooden crib from the antique store yesterday, including some toys. Just in case anyone brings their baby, of course. Of course! Besides, we have little need for actual guest rooms. We hardly have any guests who spend the night. We absolutely have to. We often chose to put the bill for their visit on one of our hotels instead. Always at Luke's own insistence. And on the off chance that we actually let someone stay, the bedroom in the opposite wing is still up to
Oh,
the
no,
guests.
no. We proceed with that room as planned. I already agreed to him having his greenhouse and his vineyard and his stables. He may as well let me have this one thing.
No, I did not agree to him having a helipad.
All right then.
What? Why not?
Well, do we have any other concerns? Anything we need to put on our agenda before the party commences?
No, I don't think so. Not unless Luke has anything else to say.
Is he around then? It'd be best if we can note down his request right away considering the scope of his usual ones.
Around? No. Where is he? There's something about Mary Ann's voice actress that just bugs me. Like, well, I don't think it's even the voice actress. It might just be the audio quality. Like, is it a bit worse than all the other ones? Who knows where? I don't know.
No, he's not around.
She didn't have to point out the obvious now, did she? After 7 long years, I'd already gotten used to him. It should be by now. Still not, apparently.
But don't you have a party?
Well, nothing more than to complain, to whinge about how unfair this is. However, airing out one's dirty laundry is something taboo among high society. To do so will make you a direct target for the next dinner party chit-chat. Vultures, a lot of them really. Or most of them, at least. There are always good ones like Rochelle Lee. Well, put your trust in the young person and you'll find yourself equally picked apart.
Yes. But Luke's just being a sweetie, you see. That friend he's visiting, he's having marital problems and he's just trying to cheer him up.
Perhaps I'm a bit too rash, a bit too hot-headed in divulging details. But I thought myself clever, with the claim to dress it up as gossip. Marianne's raised brow makes me unsure whether she's interested or not. Although that does make things better if she has no interest, and therefore has no hidden intent to utilize whatever it makes.
They've been married for a long time and they've hit a... how do they say it? A rough patch. His wife has a drinking problem and can be very neglectful. The poor thing really does his best to be a good husband. But it's never enough for her. Sometimes I think it's the years. Maybe it's been so long that they've lost that romantic spark.
Are you projecting?
What do you think?
What do I think of the matter, ma'am?
That was a... oh, this is an optional scene. Oh, probably if Marianne likes this or not, probably.
No, what do you think of my hair? It feels so lifeless and dull today, and that's no good for a party. And I think I'm breaking out into zits.
Now that you mention it, there is something different.
There better not be something on my face.
I wouldn't worry about that. You do look a little paler than usual, ma'am. I apologize if I'm crossing any lines here, but have you been resting properly?
Huh. You'd think I get a bit tanned with how sunny it's been lately. Don't you worry. I feel right as rain and never better. But back to the matter at hand.
You were asking for my personal opinion on the matter, ma'am? Do you want me to be honest, or...
I want you to be honest. Be honest with me.
Be honest with me, Marianne. I don't need someone to sugarcoat it.
An achievement called Real Talk. I think it went up. And, okay, I imagine that happened just if a relationship with her was good enough for her to joke around, or I assume.
I'm not some fragile thing that I'm just going to break down at the slightest thing.
She hesitates, taking a sip of her coffee while I stare into my own cup of tea. Silence shuders on, and I almost believe that she'll never answer my question. I suppose that I shouldn't blame her, putting her in a tight spot like this. Hesitation is understandable, though I loathe to admit it. She simply wants this whole thing to stay professional. But then she speaks.
If I'm going to be completely honest, I need to ask. This is about you and Mr. Wright, isn't it?
No. It's my turn to hesitate now. I really didn't expect such a straightforward question. And to get to the heart of the matter? So I'm not as clever as I'd like to think. Or is it really that bad that an outsider can see through our little martial troubles? Surely we aren't that obvious, are we? We've followed up the act of a perfect couple for years, although it hadn't always been an act. Marianne is just more keen than the average person, of course. It is a necessity to her career. She's been working so closely with us. And so
Suppose it is. What would you tell me?
Then, I tell you it's none of my business. I tell you that I don't want to meddle. But if the troubled husband with the neglectful wife asked me for my honest opinion, I'd say that he shouldn't base his happiness and his self-worth on someone else. Someone who won't even give him the time of the day. Maybe he should try being independent for a while. See what it's like when he isn't trying to please someone else and doing things for himself. Everyone's supposed to be their own man or woman, right? A bit of breathing room never hurt anyone. That's just my 2 pence worth, of course.
So you're saying they should divorce?
Nothing as drastic as that. If they're afraid that it might lead to just that, then maybe that is what's meant to happen in the first place. We shouldn't let our fear control our lives. But it's just a short hiatus is all. Or, couples therapy? Look, I'm really not the best person to ask about relationships. So grain of salt and all that.
She trails off, having said her piece. There's nothing but the smell of coffee and Earl Grey between us. This is calm despite the nature of what has just been discussed. To say that her words make me start to think is an understatement. To say that I'm not considering her advice is a lie. To say that this might just be the calm before the storm is a possibility. Others have had shorter marriages, yes, but plenty have celebrated long and happy ones as well. My own parents celebrated their choral anniversary before they passed away. But 7 years? 7 years isn't a whole lot in the grand scheme of things. It isn't a whole lot of time to see what and where a relationship can bring us. At the same time, 7 years, well, hasn't been entirely made up of unhappy years, has it? Won't last forever. It's not supposed to anyway. Just dread the thought that it might last for a very long time. Dread the thought that these small spats, these little disagreements, would turn into all-out resentment. The idea that we'll grow to hate each other with every fiber of our being scares me. Can't even pinpoint the exact moment when our blissful union turned sour. Story update. Are we? Yeah, we're basically on the branch now. Huh. I wonder if we're going to die. I imagine these two are basically just imminent death. This one is not imminent death. Yeah, so if you get on that third one, as long as you don't die there, you're good. Should I call it there? We're like 30 minutes in now? I'll go on for 5 more minutes. Just try to find a good place to call it. Just need to get our heads together and talk it out. Surely he'll see some sense. Yeah, if he's not dead. By ghost. There's a cough before Marianne clears her throat. But she's been quiet for so long. We move to apologize when she stands up. Both end up on our feet, unsure on how to proceed. Some sort of odd, awkward shuffle occurs as we decide whether to sit back down or not.
I really should handle what's left of the work.
You won't be attending the party? Oh, you really must, Marianne.
I'll try to stay and chat. Maybe grab a few bites and a drink, but I can't be around for the entirety of the event. My apologies.
How did she just pronounce bites?
Busy, busy, busy.
You must stay a while. I'd love for you to meet some of my friends, and they're ever so excited to meet you.
Look, if you're really busy, you won't have enough time to say busy 3 times.
You need to say hello to the Lees, at least. If it wasn't for them, I'd never even heard of you.
We'll see. So, if Foy can be excused?
Certainly. You'll have to excuse me as well. I must attend to the party before any early birds arrive. Because, believe me, they will throw a fuss if things aren't ready, even when they're not supposed to be here until an hour later.
Okay. That's what we call it. 28. Anna and Marianne were seen discussing the mansion's finishing touches before the housewarming party. On a whim, Anna asked for Marianne's opinion about a certain couple having marital problems. If the former was something to think about, after the latter excused herself from attending the party. Okay, we're gonna call it there. Next time might be the finale of Hannah's arc, at least. Hers was well, at least has been a lot shorter than Isabella's. Although I guess you can, you know, blame exposition for that. Wonder if everyone's will be about the length of Hannah's. I'd be fine with that. This has been like, we're 4 parts in already? 3 maybe? So about 5 parts, give or take, per one. That's reasonable. And given that there's lots of routes, I'll probably do at least some of the routes, if not all of them. Like, there's very few times where I don't like 100% or like, get all the not bad endings in a visual novel. Unless I just really don't like the game, but I think this is good enough to, you know, play it through to the end. So far, at least. Anyway, guys, I'll see you guys next time. Some more of The Letter. Bye.